I told my husband why our son flinches every time he raises his voice. See, my husband Grant has always been the type to react big, like really big. When our son Caleb was 5, he accidentally knocked over Grant's coffee mug while reaching for his cereal. The mug shattered, coffee went everywhere, and Grant exploded. He didn't hit Caleb, but he slammed his hand on the counter so hard the whole kitchen shook, got right in his face, and yelled about how careless and clumsy he was. Caleb just froze there, tears streaming down his face, too scared to even apologize. I pulled Grant into the hallway and told him he was scaring our kid, but he just huffed and said he needs to learn to be more careful. I'm teaching him consequences. That's when I started paying closer attention. Every little mistake became a lecture delivered at full volume. Caleb spilled juice, forgot his homework, left his bike in the driveway, brought home a C on a spelling test, laughed too loud during dinner. Each time, Grant would lose it. The vein in his forehead would bulge, his face would go red, and he'd start yelling about responsibility and respect, and how Caleb was going to grow up useless if he didn't get his act together. I'd find Caleb hiding in his closet afterward, just sitting there in the dark. By the time he turned 7, my kid stopped laughing around his dad entirely. He started asking me questions instead of Grant. Mom, can I go to Connor's house? Mom, is this outfit okay? Mom, did I do this math right? Even simple stuff like what to eat for breakfast. He'd check with me first, eyes darting toward wherever Grant was. And Grant noticed. He'd make these comments like, why doesn't he ever ask me anything? Or, I guess I'm just the bad guy around here, but he never once thought about why. 2 weeks ago, Caleb's school had a father-son science fair project. Caleb had been excited about it for weeks, kept showing me sketches of a volcano he wanted to build. The night before the fair, they were in the garage working on it together. I was inside making dinner when I heard Grant's voice getting louder. I walked out to find Caleb standing there with baking soda spilled all over the workbench, and Grant was screaming about him ruining everything, calling him careless, asking why he couldn't do one simple thing right. Caleb wasn't even crying this time. He just stood there, completely shut down, staring at the floor. I told Grant to go inside. He snapped at me, said I was undermining him again, that Caleb needed to face consequences. I said we'd talk about it later, just go inside. He finally did, muttering under his breath. I helped Caleb clean up the baking soda and we finished the volcano together. He barely said a word the entire time. The next morning, Caleb asked if I could take him to the science fair instead of Grant. When I asked why, he said, I don't want Dad to come. He'll just get mad if I mess up. That gutted me. But Grant overheard. He came into the kitchen demanding to know why Caleb didn't want him there, saying he'd put in all that work on the volcano and now he was being excluded. Caleb just shrank back against the counter and I saw it, that flinch. When Grant raised his voice asking, why don't you want me there, Caleb? That's when I'd had enough. I sent Caleb to his room and turned to Grant. I brought up the coffee mug incident when Caleb was 5, the time he screamed at him for an hour over a lost library book. How he made Caleb cry at his own birthday party for opening presents. Wrong. How our son hides in his closet after every interaction with him. How Caleb checks with me for permission to breathe because he's terrified of setting Grant off. This is exactly why he flinches, I told him. You've spent 3 years teaching him that any mistake means you'll explode. He's not being difficult. He's scared of you. Grant went silent. Then he said, I'm not my father. I don't hit him like that was supposed to make it okay. I took Caleb to the science fair alone. His volcano won 3rd place, and he smiled the entire afternoon. When we got home, Grant was still sitting at the kitchen table where I'd left him, staring at nothing.